I know. I mean, I was listening to an interview with him last night when he was on his yacht, and he had his mobile phones, and he lost control of the yacht.
Yeah.
Because the phone was being interfered with. But I mean, it's like a spy. It's like 007. It's like a James Bond film.
Oh yeah. Live.
So I actually think so. Unfortunately, you know, the CCP are great at smearing people.
Yeah.
And I think the problem with the new federal state of China is because Miles is in prison, everyone now is saying, and I can see the other side of the story, but not everyone can. Right? I can see the other side of the story, and so you know who your friends are when you're in trouble.
Exactly.
Okay, so I don't even know Miles, but I'm your friend because I can see what's happening. And the same thing happened to me. You know, they tried to smear me in a much smaller way, obviously. But they went on Chinese social media. They made me out. They did all sorts of things to me on Chinese social media. So I understand, and I know they've done it with the Falun Gong and all these people, how they smear their enemies, right? Yeah. So they've obviously got influence in America. And I remember when Justin Trudeau in Canada was asked what was his favourite government, he said the Chinese government. Justin Trudeau, he said his favourite, So like the influence of the CCP go far and wide. So I totally support Miles. It's easy to support someone when they're doing well, you know, when they're out and they're free. But Miles is an individual. Lots of people have turned against him. Even online warning me, but I looked at his video. This is a good guy.
Yeah, I mean,
he's a good guy.
reportedly about over 200 media are going to report on the 20th of May. So let's, as you said, let's hope a fair trial.
Let's hope for a fair trial. I mean, I'm going to be saying prayers for him, and I think if he's left out, he'll be a living legend. I mean, that's why I'm, you know, when you've got powerful enemies. And
we've got to fight stronger.
You know, so my fingers are crossed, and so I certainly give him my moral support, and I would play piano for Miles if he was released. I mean, I've got my prayers for him, and you know that since studying him, I've just become nothing but an admirer. I think he's to be admired.
Oh, thank you. That's great.
You know, and I think it's got a really, really interesting life story. I think it's worthy of a James Bond film.
Yeah,
definitely. It really is.
Yeah.
I mean, I think this should be made in. I think this should be made into a film.
Michael,
you know, definitely. Particularly if he's found not guilty. I mean, I hope he is, and I hope his legal team is going to sort it out.
Yeah.
But he's a legend, as far as I'm concerned. He's a legendary figure. And I'd certainly love to meet him. And Miles, if you ever get my message, you have my support here. You don't know who I am, but I'm supporting you in London. Since my tiny little, what I did, you know, it was a tiny little incident I had with the CCP, but I understand what you're doing is like a million times bigger. But nevertheless, I kind of get the idea of what you're doing, and I've certainly learned a lot about CCP corruption, and stay strong. I support you, and you know, there's quite a few people who are finding out your story here in the UK.
Yeah.
So God bless you.
Thank you very much for this. It's a beautiful.
That's all right. Well, give it translate.